Oh, caught the end of that song. Good. Yeah. All right. I was like so excited for that timing that I sprinted down the stairs. So like, let's just. Sorry if I'm a little winded. Anyway, um, so we are going into the DM prep section. Got a couple of things to figure out. So I started to make a checklist here. It's shorter than it should be, really, but I've got two things we're going to do to start off with. I don't actually think the players are going to get all the way up to these two locations next session, so like there's some stuff to deal with in between, and I want to get I want it to be more than just the goblin hulks out and turns into a werewolf. I want to make it a little more involved than that, I think. So first we're going to start by rolling for some random encounters with my handy roll macros here that are made for like this kind of overland travel stuff. And then next we're going to figure out how to tie the weregoblin stuff in, if we can. If there's something there, we'll see. And part of that is we want to make it interesting. I want to make it interesting for the player, Nathan. I don't just want to take control of his character away the whole time. I kind of don't want him... I don't want to just like throw him an NPC to just control the whole time. It would be cooler if I could come up with alternative scenes and like jump back and forth. And to some degree, if I can figure out where to start, like it'll just kind of play itself out. Like I don't have to go too big brain on like what we're gonna, like what content we're gonna put there. If we figure out where it starts, then the rest will happen organically. Alternatively, the goblin is an alchemist with a familiar named Blevin. He's been described only as like a little meat sack, so there's that. But we can give him... He's expressed that he wouldn't mind controlling that character for a session if he does like lose control of Ludwig. So that's a fallback, but it's not where I want to start. And yeah, if that happens, I don't know if we're going to give him like... If we're going to give Blevin stats, or if he's just going to be like a talking NPC. Maybe he'll also take control of Ben Griff, and Blevin will talk, and Ben Griff will fight, and we'll just give we'll give Nathan control of Ben Griff as a weapon. So yeah, let's start with the encounter rolling part. I did have one question first, I guess. Something I do pretty regularly, but not regularly enough, is like compose music to use in campaigns. I haven't used it too much in my own campaigns because I don't know, that feels wrong somehow. But I'll probably start at some point. And I'm kind of curious if like that's something people would like to watch, like the creation of that. If they... And like whether people think it is and whether it actually is, those aren't necessarily the same. But I'm just curious what you guys think. If that would be interesting to you, or if you don't care about that at all. Either way, it's probably something I'll try at some point, but we'll see. So, for now, let's get these encounters rolled out. So I just have like, first of all, I have watch checks. I'm just gonna roll. Let me count out. So the first one is a negative. If this rolls high enough, then there will be like, there's two rolls here that are pretty obvious, I guess. It's like you have a roll for an enemy and a roll for an NPC. And NPCs happen on 12. They're like less common than enemies. And enemies happen on like an 18 plus or a 19 plus in safe places, or like a 16 plus in more dangerous places. I just kind of adapt it on the fly. I'm not sure what we're going to have here. We'll see, I guess. And then we have some like rolls here about what they encounter. So like it'll be whether it's a newly generated NPC if they run into an NPC, or like a existing one, or if it's like if they're running into the tracks, they're running into the home of the creature or NPC they're running into, or if they're like running into the characters themselves. We're also I'm just gonna turn on some music. Anyone who's seen a couple of episodes of this will be familiar with the first one, I think. I should put this in my favorites because it's getting back there a little bit. Okay. But this is music by... Jump it back. And turn it down. Probably end up calling that about good. That's about half my volume. Let me know if you want it higher, anyone. Yeah, this is Jadewee on YouTube. Provides this music kind of royalty free, I guess. Free to use on YouTube. You know, not gonna get knocked for copyright if you put it in a YouTube video. So super appreciate that. I really like the music. And that's the quick plug there. So let's count out how many days. It's like 3 hexes per day. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 days, like a 10th day. And there's a lot of watch checks in 9 days because it's like morning, afternoon, night. And morning, afternoon, and then like camping. And I don't have those squashed together, so I can like roll them manually. As a result, I have to roll them manually. So it can take a little time. So that's first day. There is an enemy. We'll roll that in a moment. 1, 2, 3. There's an NPC. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. 1, 2, 3. That's day 4. I'm gonna write these down. Day 1, enemy. Day 2, NPC. Day 3, nothing. Day 4, nothing. Day 5, nothing. Day 6, nothing. Day 7, an enemy. Enemy, yes. Day 8, NPC. And this is why the roll chances are relatively low, because like I roll it so many times. If it was too high, they wouldn't get anywhere. Day 9, nothing. And there are a couple of 17s in there that I could inflate if I wanted, but there's already 2 enemies, 2 NPCs. So we got the little list here. Now we roll. Let's go back up for those green numbers. Tracks. Tracks for the NPC. Maybe. It's a known NPC. Okay, let's do this. Enemy tracks. NPC tracks. Known. That might get overwritten because there's not too many known NPCs yet. Enemy. Himself is what I denote like running into actual character as. And then NPC tracks regen. Let me look at these tables quick. Encounter type. Nope, local global. Hello, Kuro, welcome. NPC type? Rando pre-gen known. Okay. Okay, so rando is what I do when I generate a new one. And pre-gen is like, I have a table of pre-generated NPCs that have already like touched up a little bit, and known is just like NPCs that the players actually know. Clipping our Heath Ho clips, nice, yes. Good. That was a good session. I'm excited to look at those. You should send those. Are you sending all of these on? You should send me those. Hopefully that's going well, and not too much of a slog. Do you would you say you mostly enjoy, or kind of mostly think it's a chore to like go through and clip these things? Usually a good sign when I look back at the highlights and manage to laugh despite also being directly involved in them. Yeah, I'm a little nervous to watch some of them because I don't know. Being the butt of some of those jokes can be rough in retrospect, out of the moment. Okay. So, known NPCs, the list has expanded a little bit. Kirtan is not the only one anymore. Yeah, that makes sense. I should watch more of my content back. I really should, but... It's a lot of time, man. Yeah. Yeah. Crossing the double-hour threshold, I think that, like... I think that watching the entirety of your streams might be rough now. I don't know how to make the, like, add marker button more accessible, but I feel like that's gonna be key. I'm gonna turn down this music a little more on my side and turn it up in chat, in stream. Okay, let me know if that rebalance is bad. Yeah, I wasn't even there for all of the ARAM stuff, but that, yeah. There was a lot of picking on there was a lot of that. Yep. So let's see. Who can be here? Kirtan, Lady Dane DeVol is now one. There's a lot of stuff here that needs to be added. Oh, this is oof. This has been neglected, let me tell you. Cam founder, yeah. Cam got that first. I think Ethan might have also gotten one with that Twitch Prime. I was apologizing to Cam that I don't have any emotes. I need to just make one, even if it's just the face, even if it's just the one I have drawn and ready to go. I think it'll look okay squashed down. Lord Marius DeVol. Instead of fully filling this out, I might like go. I might. Instead, I text. Hello, Wither King. Welcome. Let's see. We're in the. You've been here a few times. You kind of know how this works. We're kind of in the DM prep part. We already did the recap part of the snake boss. Ads! Okay. I'll wait. I'll wait. I will. I'm sorry. You walked 6 miles. What did you walk 6 miles for? Was it probably not coffee? Okay. Welcome, Wither King. I was just saying, you've been here a couple times. You know that we kind of do the recap and then we do like the DM prep. We're in the DM prep part. We've got a little checklist going on. Rolling for random encounters, which we're doing right now. I'm kind of just going over and filling out my tables again. And yeah, so we're rolling the encounters. A player is going to have an encounter with their own weregoblin status. Next session for sure. The moon will be full. It is known. And part of the goal of that is to make it interesting for the player. Make at least one character a day. Wow. In average I might, because I like churn out a bunch all at once, but it is definitely not part of my daily life. Oh, yikes. I ended up walking 20 minutes in the exact wrong direction. Oh, that sounds terrible. Like, that's kind of the point where I'd be like, I'm gonna call an Uber. I'm gonna call an Uber and they're just gonna deal with my dog. Like, I did not expect to walk that much. So I'm sorry that happened. Yeah. I'm glad you have that inspiration. My inspiration isn't usually in the form of characters. It's in the form of random other stuff like scripting tables. You are 40 minutes away. Oh man. Hopefully Doggo was happy with the extended walk, but I think maybe even the dog was unhappy about it at that point. Okay, let me see if I have any of these written down in my drive, so bear with me. Creativity is focused on characters right now. That's cool. I like that. I wish I would get in that mood. I need to fill out some characters. Or at least in the mood for, like, music. Either of those would be great. She was really good. Good. Cross Colfax twice. Oh, yeah. Time to play TFT for 12 hours? Maybe I'll join you after... Oh, well, I can't anymore, right? Because you're platinum? I have to climb to gold fast. I see. Thank you for the offer, Witherking. We'll see if I need that this time. Pathfinder, Troubles of Men. NPC Goals and Fears. That's the one. So this is just my little spreadsheet. It's not like fully developed at all. It's pretty rudimentary. And yeah, not all of these are known NPCs. Most of them aren't, actually. Isaac House Abishan. Who knew? Oh, she's okay. All right, we're definitely just gonna generate a new NPC, I think, instead of doing a known one. Is this still the reptile world? We actually, yeah, we finished that adventure. That just wrapped up last session, so that's what the recap was going over, or earlier in the VOD. So we're moving on from that. We're moving on from the Cult of the Reptile God and onto more original content. Thank you for the follow, GM's Cut. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you around before. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, okay. All right, we're done with this table for now. I'll do this off stream. It's just filling in names that I've forgotten, so I need to like go look them all up. So, what do we got? Okay, so enemy tracks. Now let's do, wow. Global encounters. Global, cool. So this roll tells me that it's a global encounter instead of like a grassland, kind of like local area encounter. Hellhounds, that'll be interesting. Okay. That might be good. That might be good for a werewolf thing. Yeah, okay, sorry. Thank you. Thank you for that question. Global encounter means I have an encounter table for like grasslands, for like forest, for mountains, for swamps. They're all like specialized to those regions. And global is just the little element of chaos of you can run into anything wherever, and like it also has like hellhounds, obviously. It's got like angels. It's got really weird random stuff included in the global encounters. So it's like, it's the super random roll, but it also has, it's just like all of the other tables put together as well. So global hellhounds, that could be good. NPC tracks, we're gonna change this to rando. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll look at the hellhounds and we'll figure that out. That's why there's random weird stuff in there, so I have to like think on my feet a little bit. Yeah. A lot of lore in that by itself, I agree. There's a lot of like divine weird stuff happening in this world since, you know, the gods died. Okay, let's generate an NPC. I think this is the button? Yes. So. I don't know which part of that you're weight-wetting, but yeah. A whole big thing in this world is that, like, the old gods are dead, and now there's, like, new, lesser divinities kind of taking over. I don't know if they're dead. They're out of the way. They've been banished. They've been taken out of the picture. So I apologize for that exaggeration. So, this NPC that we've got... I'm a god then? That's basically what Explicitica tried to say. Is like, yo, I am tree god now. Worship me. So, they rolled a fear of leadership. They rolled a goal of finding closure. They are a cleric. We'll put that at the start. I know the Day of the Dead. Yeah. Yep. I'm familiar with that. And they are true neutral. Okay. True neutral cleric. I'm a god of that. The Day of the Dead. All right. All right. That's neat. I like that. That could be cool. So the next enemy is local encounter. So local will be, that was towards the end. I don't really know. I don't have like boat. I don't have on boat in water encounters ready. So I guess we'll just do like grassland because that is the most dominant non-water thing. Mephit, Nair Mephit, all right. Air, earth, fire, water, all level 1. We'll play with that, sure. Elemental stuff, cool. We need more stuff for the elemental sorcerer. He hasn't been plugged into that much, so. Let's just do a 1d4 to see what type they are. Air, that works. Maybe there will be different varieties of methods coming to conflict. We'll take a look and see. Because level 1 encounter won't be too challenging. They just hit level 4, so. All right, let's just look at Hellhounds. Let's start with there. Yeah, what was the Pantheon beforehand? No, it wasn't the built-in Pathfinder Pantheon. There were 4 gods. Yeah, there was a goddess of life. There was a goddess of time. There was a god of knowledge, magic, and a god of like death and like death, afterlife, maybe of like what do you call it? Entropy, maybe, but maybe that's the god of magic. I'm not sure yet. Goddess of life is Denala. Goddess of time is... I forget. God of knowledge is Arcanus. And the god of death doesn't technically have a name. No one wanted to give him one in our world building session. So I kind of think he just canon doesn't have a name anymore. Like he was more erased than everyone else somehow. Like that was part of them being sealed away. And yeah, the Goddess of Life is the only one who didn't get sealed away because they were part of that sealing process. They like gave up their divine power to make it happen. So let's look at Hellhound. Is it 1 word or 2? Looks like 2. Oh, there's a picture. Okay. So they're lawful evil fiends. Arcana, nature, and religion. Wow, they get around. Who let the dogs out? Maybe we'll find out. A hellhound's appearance dismisses any doubts as to its infernal origins. Flesh the color of burning pitch, teeth as sharp as any fiend's pitchfork, and a shroud of ever-burning hell are all trademark features. Okay, so they're level 3. Their jaws are plus 13. That's pretty good. Damage 1d8 plus 4 piercing plus 1d6 evil and 1d6 fire. Yikes! That's pretty good. They have a breath weapon? Dang, hellhounds. Chill out. The children of your world need to deal with the fact that their pool may be a hellhound. I imagine that's a problem. That would be rough. So they're the material. These fiends are sometimes found in the service of fire-loving monsters such as fire giants or Ifrit, as well as mortals who seek to tame some of the raw power of hell. Cheliax is irrelevant to me. Hellhounds are fiendish, extraplanar canines hailing from the pit that can hunt down, quarry, and breathe supernatural gouts of flame. They're temperamental and quick to aggressive behavior. Alright, alright. Yeah, this is weird. This is weird to... Alright. The hounds are hunting? Yeah. Could be that people are trying to tame them, yeah. I wonder if I can... It's kind of hard to, like... Yeah, they're dogs, but it's kind of hard to convert that into the whole werewolf storyline super appreciably. They could... That's an easy one. The werewolves have a deity? Oh. Yeah. My background looks so neat. Like this background? I guess I'm into it, yeah. It's nice now that it's not a pile of boxes, isn't it? I'm a big fan of that. I like the posters. I want more, like, on this side. I want to fill that out when it's not, like, reconstruction mode down here. I'm afraid to put anything up anymore. I also have, like, I don't know. Yeah. There's a lot, like, behind my setup over there that could have been cool behind me, but that's fine. Like, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do this without ruining too much. Like, this setup is very organized in comparison. There's the blinding nanoleaves that you can't see. But, like, if that was all behind me, that would probably be good. I don't know. Whatever. Werewolves may not know it, but they are outright attacked. They are not outright attacked by the hounds. Okay. And they get their curse from a demon lord? That could be. I think I'm kind of liking this. I did, like, yeah, he runs into some kind of, not like, let's look at Werewolf 2, shall we? Just click on a new window. There's something about, like, there's, like, werewolves who are afflicted with the curse, and then there's, like, sentient werewolves that are, like, progenitors of the curse. And, like, if they ran into the second one, that wouldn't be terrible. And he's, like, maybe worshipping some devil. Made some kind of deal with the devil. That could be. The race of the wolf-headed guys? I'm not sure. I might be confusing something that I just made up with something in the game. Tend to dwell on the fringes of society in their humanoid forms. They work as laborers, hunters, farmers, or trappers. At night, however, they turn into violent killers and sadistic stalkers who prey on their neighbors. Werewolves are the quintessential were-creature. The first that comes to mind when most people speak of such beings. Although most werewolves hide their curse by adopting a solitary lifestyle, some retain the pack mentality of true wolves. A small group of such werewolves typically forms a family-like pack, with the eldest or most powerful serving as the leader. Were-creatures are humanoids doomed to transform into animals and animal-humanoid hybrids under the light of the full moon. Ancient Primal Curse. Oh yeah, come in two types. Those afflicted with the curse and those born with it. True were-creatures. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. One can be born a true were-creature to any were-creature parent. A true were-creature is always a were-creature and retains the same memories and most of the same statistics in all forms. A true were-creature also has full control over its shape-changing, except during the full moon when the transformation is irresistible. There is no known way to break the curse on a true were-creature. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Affected were-creatures receive their curse from the bite of another were-creature, which could have been an afflicted or true were-creature. An afflicted were-creature may be unaware of its curse because it retains no memories of transformations, gets no benefits from being a were-creature when not transformed, and has no conscious control over its transformation. An afflicted were-creature's curse can be removed like any other. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking... I like your idea, Wither King, of like the curse coming from some kind of devil creature. Maybe like a wolf-headed devil, perhaps. And yeah, kind of like wow, werewolves have a lot of health. Do hellhounds have that much? Furry devil. Uh-oh, sorry. There you go. There's a link permission. No problem. E20p. Okay. Don't show me that. All right. Wolf-headed humanoids. Oh yeah, okay. Can transform into wolves. Got you. Oh, wow. Hunt werewolves mercilessly. The race isn't numerous or widespread. They tend to live in secluded communities. They're very protective of their families and friends. So this is like... this could be more stuff that the Emperor accidentally... He was kind of like a... He kind of made some creatures. Like, he was himself a synthetic creature, and he continued to try to make others that also had, like, sentience and sapience. And didn't always work so well, but he did, like, manage to combine some creatures. Like, basically putting the consciousness of an actual human or person or elf or whatever into the form of, like, an animal. That's like where lizard folk come from, for instance. Yeah, they hate actual were creatures. And then there's the skinwalkers. Okay. I think we'll keep it to... Like, this is kind of already what I had in my head. They probably won't run into, like, the... Maybe it'll be, like, some kind of... Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think there's going to be a few of these guys running around, these true were creatures, and this just happens to be one of the minions with a couple of hellhound minions with him. So there will be the were creature and yeah. Don't listen to everything that pops in your head, just what fits. Yeah, yeah. That is true. So I think that's it. Like, there is a were creature minion of some, like, bigger bad who they all, like, worship this devil who gave them the gift of this curse that gets, like, spread when they bite. No, I'm not ending my stream, no. And yeah, they've got, like, these hellhound minions traveling with them as well, who I guess maybe like as gifts from this devil. And I'm not gonna go too ham on the lore for this first meeting. Like, this is just gonna be a bad guy who maybe has been following Ludwig's scent or something and trying, like, they're basically trying to gather up minions or, like, you know, build their own army of werewolves that they can control. Yeah, lore can be made from interactions. Ludwig is stanky. That is definitely true. Does Goblin Werewolf have a football-shaped head? I'm not sure how I'm going to describe it yet. That'll be interesting to figure out. He's basically, like, he's almost going to be more like a... Like a... What do you call him? Oh, gosh. Can't remember the name. Just like, you know, little... like the mini hounds that are a little more vicious. Did Ludwig take the ring? The ring? The Naga ring? Oh, right. No. No, he didn't. I don't remember who has it. I don't remember. Huh. But it wasn't Ludwig, no. He does have the hat. Got the Naga hat. Okay. The thief? Yeah, Ben Griff lived and got kind of recruited by Eve. And is more or less now, like, not under Eve's employ, but said he will, like, take jobs from Eve with higher priority than his own, like, Assassin's Guild. I mentioned it earlier, but that's setting up to kind of use the Strongholds and Followers book if they want to start, like, building influence that way. So, like, getting followers and being able to send them on missions or use them for, like, non-combat helpfulness. Okay. So let's write... he's a freelancer with preferences. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Group of hellhounds controlled by a devil-worshipping true werewolf. Are they a mutagenist? Yes, they are a mutagenist. And this is part of the interesting thing with him being a werewolf. He's, like, looking for a way to extend goblins' lives. Like, he is not happy with the frail state of goblins compared to other sentient races. And, like, he just wants a way to bolster them, basically, physically. And that's, like, his motivation for being a mutagenist. And also, he'll... If I understand him right and what he said right, and, like, his motivations, he's not going to try to get rid of this curse. He's going to try to find a way to, like, control the curse somewhat. And, like, use the curse to somehow improve his race. Yeah, he's definitely going to try to distill the werewolf essence into a mutagen, yeah. Yeah, so that's That's his whole thing, and that's, like, I am so happy he's the one that got this curse. It's great. How would werewolves feel about that? They'd probably be rather unhappy, I imagine. Hello, Sir Axon. Am I saying that correctly? And yes, exactly, for the good of the race. So we've got that. Let's link the werewolves. So maybe I'll have to look at the book. Yeah, this bad guy you're building who wants a were army, yeah. It's kind of an interesting question whether he would get along with Ludwig or would hate him. So I'm interested in figuring that out. The blessing of our deity is being used for good? Unacceptable! I think the werewolves are more okay with that than the devil that gave them that power. Some kind of wolf-headed devil? I need to look at devils more a little bit, because this is like a little more like sticking random animal body parts on a creature. That's more of like a demon thing than a devil thing, I feel like. But maybe I just need to look into it more a little bit. The wolves are probably neutral then. Yeah, I think so. They're either neutral evil. They're like in that little L on the bottom right. They are not chaotic evil, but they are definitely like neutral evil, true neutral, or chaotic neutral. And yeah, we'll kind of figure out there. Hello, Tony. Thank you for the follow, Tony. Not to call you out when you're lurking, but thank you. I saw that. All right. What about other were creatures? I think so. The guy that bit the goblin was a were rat, and there's definitely were bears. That was the only information they like could dig up, was that there was some kind of were bear druid somewhere in the West. Do you think anyone has ever tried to make werewolf mutagens before? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think most people are like, yo, I'm just gonna, like, when they figure out the curse, there's just a push to get rid of the curse, and that's it. So yeah, I don't think this has necessarily been attempted, and definitely not successfully. Maybe there's a group of people who are permanently changed by a similar process that Ludwig could meet. Yeah, that could definitely be a thing. Probably, yeah. Like I said, the Emperor Adam has already, like, made a bunch of hybrid creatures, and werewolves could be a result of that going horribly wrong. Yeah, like Wither King said, those the other wolf creatures we were looking at. Let me just grab those. Let me grab that link. Copy link. And I'll just throw it in here. Wolfhead guys, that's why they hate actual wolves, yeah. Rogaru. Rugaru? Okay. Now we need to name this cleric. And I'm gonna say, if, like, maybe they meet... Maybe this is the cleric. Like the werewolf cleric. Either that or he's related somehow, like looking for them. And we'll probably combine these two into one thing. And what we might do is that they camp for the night, they run into the Hellhounds. Ludwig, like, starts to Hulk out, but doesn't truly go were creature until the next night. We'll see, we'll see. Okay. Let's see. So this cleric, true neutral, probably a worshipper of Does Ludwig mutagen stack? He's starting to. He started off level 1 being kind of a bomber, but then started to build out mutagens. Oh, with wolf form, I mean. Probably not yet. It's probably... We'll see. I might give him some saves to, like, gain some consciousness. Because he's so, like, self-medicated. He might have a stronger than usual resistance to transformation or to, like, losing his... If he's already used to having weird impulses take over his natural thought, then maybe he's more resistant to the influence of the transformation. So this cleric either worships the Great Tree, let's capitalize that, Great Tree, or Wolf Devilman. You give them some craft medicine rolls. Ooh, to halt the process and make a custom mutagen. I don't want to give him the mutagen right away. I want him to, like, suffer with this for a while. But I might give him a roll to make progress. Or, like, take a blood sample while he's hulked out. You know? Like, I'll definitely give him a step in that direction. So let's delete these extra days. Yeah, definitely, like, give him a carrot and then give him the stick. Words to... Not gonna go there. Just give him the uwu. That's not that kind of campaign. One carrot, many sticks, yeah. Maybe his blood looks a lot more demonic under the scope when he wolfs out. Yeah. Yeah, that could be. Literally on fire, maybe? You say that, but I've played League with you. Wait. It's always gotta be that campaign. Is that your name in League? Am I just bad memory? I'm sorry. Orc blood is the one that's on fire. Is that true in Pathfinder? I kind of just assumed that was WoW. For 140. What can you get for 149 at Burger King? I actually don't know. If that's a hint, I'm sorry. Chicken nuggies. Oh my god. But you're not? Okay. I see. I'm sorry, that brings too many people to mind. Oh wait, is this Dallas? Not to dox. Okay, I will take that as a yes. I'll take that as a yes. Okay, chaotic neutral at least. Okay. I will bring the bots, please no? Let's see. So, Mike, oh god. Mike's all about those, like, not quite, those, underhanded ways to get viewers. Your friend is Sienna. He can hear me. Uh-oh. Is he here, or do you have Fredboat, like, running the stream? This is like the opposite of what happens on Revive stream. Revive talks good about people and they happen to be there. I shit talk people and it happens to be Mike and he's here. Must build the world. Yes, you're right. Back to work. All right. Yeah, so we've got this cleric. This is where I'm tempted to just be like, I'll just spitball the rest of it. Because, like, I do really well on my toes, man. I suppose we can like we can go find a map and then I can write notes on the map. That's always fun. Write down my god idea if you don't mind. God idea. Wait, hold on. Which one? We've had a few ideas here. So like I have that they're worshipping devils. Something something god something magic holy something. Yeah. We already had that adventure. The Day of the Dead God. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, sure. I'll write that down. Oh, yeah. Day of the Dead God. Let's put some quotes around there because I don't know how to make that grammatically flow. Day of the Dead God. The Wither King. Is that acceptable? Does king need to be K-Y-N-G? Night of the Dead God. Alright. We'll probably come up with a slightly modified name for this, but maybe not right now. Night of the Day of the Dead God, yes. Shouldn't they worship the moon? Yeah. So, I mean, okay, so... There's an argument for that, I think. I don't know if you're talking about the Day of the Dead God peoples, or like the wolf people? Like, yes, kind of. Worship the moon. The werewolves, yeah. I think maybe they... I'm not sure. That is a common way to go. True wolves probably worship the demon lord. I think there's different sects. These guys who are trying to like build an army and like spread lycanthropy, lycanthropy, are probably worshippers of the devil guy, the Wolfman, Devilman, and there's probably a group of like were creatures who are like, just leave us alone. We're gonna sit in our village in the woods and we're gonna worship the moon. Who, you know, keeps our curse at bay for 30 days out of the month or what have you. Maybe these guys could offer Ludwig help with his research. Yeah, there's an argument for that. I'm gonna let it come from whatever Ludwig says. Unless, like, maybe but their help would fail to halt the disease. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I think Ludwig could interact with a couple of factions here. But they have something where it's different sects, like one group who stayed civilized and worshiped the moon, and those more primal and god of the hunt. That could work. And if he gave it to goblins, they'd all just become werewolves. That's definitely a possibility that I've thought about, of whatever fix works for him and just causes chaos in goblin society. Something where it's different sects, like one group who stayed civilized and worshiped the moon, the primal and the god of the hunt. Yeah. So I think part of what happened here, let's write this down. Like in lore. So prior to the gods being sealed away, lycanthropy was purely a gift. No wild full moons. After the fact, lycanthropes, true or afflicted, start losing control under the full moon. So like Denala goes away, these guys can no longer control themselves during the full moon. Even true lycanthropes, I think, have trouble with this. And it's taught them, like, as a result, there's probably a group who, like you said, so there's probably, like you said, there's probably a couple of sects. Is it a forced transformation? It's fully forced under the full moon, but true lycanthropes can transform anytime outside of the full moon under their control. And everyone just loses it under the full moon. So there are some sects that popped up under this. I hate this can't control themselves stuff. Yeah. That's fair. I like it for the cursed ones. I'm still, like, going back and forth in my head even as I'm talking this out. Yeah, they probably do too. Like, on whether the true lycanthropes fully lose control. But I think who they worship, like, well, if it's power given to the GM for balance. Yeah, so there's a couple of sects here. Maybe it's just, like, lust and decent werewolves look down on uncontrolled werewolves. Like, yeah, I think that's true. I think there's... Okay, so let's get these sects out of the way. There's at least 3. So, like... so there's, like, moon worshippers. Am I spelling that right? Oh my god. I'm typing this in a place without spell check. This is terrible. Moon wolves. Yeah, moon wolves, demon wolves, exactly. Exactly. So there's, like, moon worshippers, hunt worshippers. I'm spelling this wrong. I'm absolutely spelling this wrong, and I hate it. But it's got an O, right? Worship whores. No, it doesn't. I'm just losing it. That's fine. No, I'm spelling it right. There's not double P's. I've got it right. I'm just second guessing myself. I just said it wasn't that type of campaign, Cam. Hunt worshippers. And demon man. Oh wait, hold on. Wolf man, devil baby. We're just gonna leave it like that. We're gonna skip the memes. Tab? Tab? Nope, not tab. So they worship wolves. Just leaves the option open. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm good at like I'm writing this stuff down, but I'm good at like changing it depending on what the players discover and like what they assert. Hellfire Werewolf sounds so cool to me. Yeah, Okay, so just players. This is red spoiler territory for like a minute, for like just a minute. You've got your warning. If you're here, if you come to watch this later, this is like forever spoilers. Just tune out while I have my hand up. All right. So maybe this might complicate things too much, but there's a clipping it. Damn it, Dallas. There's the salamander, the like fire aspect that took control now that the gods are gone. He's like just the aspect of fire. He is where the fire element. He's like got control of the fire element. He's currently the deity of fire. And his lieutenant is known as the Burning Man, which is definitely for the memes, but also could totally be this flaming werewolf devil guy. Like, yeah. Like, could be that salamander and his worshippers like summoned him here, and that's where he comes from. So I think maybe this like top wolf devil guy is the Burning Man. I think that's gonna be what I do, and we're gonna stop. I'm gonna cut it there. We're gonna stop the spoiler hand, and that's it. All right, moving on. Chat can say whatever. I'm done. I gotta be done talking about that. All right, let's throw on. Is this? No, that's not her. Let's find another album. This one was good. Okay. Okay, so tentative titles. These can change depending on player interactions, and we'll play to find out and everything. But purely for right now, Moon Worshippers, they're peaceable from the 40K world. Oh, probably. There probably is an album of that, but it's probably copyrighted and would probably get me copyright struck on YouTube. So Moon Worshippers, they're peaceable. During the full moon, they undergo a ritual, which is a sweet Pathfinder mechanic, Pathfinder 2e mechanic, to belie, to subdue and prevent their transformation. So, like, they all, like, it's a whole thing, probably for a couple of days, where they just, like, chill out. Nah? What do you mean, nah? What nah? If you have a twink druid turn into a bear, is it a twink or a bear? You know, it's just they're just a switch at that point. They're versatile. Duh. Have them transform but retain, yeah, oh yeah, sure, yeah. Okay, not prevent their transformations. To subdue, let's just say to retain control during transformations. I think maybe if they, like, engage in combat or are pushed during this ritual, they can still, like, Hulk out and lose it. But they, like, they do transform and yeah. So I like that. I like that. Good call. Hunt Worshippers, they relish in the loss of control during the transformation and willingly give themselves over to it and the will of blank of the hunt. I think there's already a god for this. I don't remember his name. He's probably actually the, like, the centaur god. I think. To have parity there, but we'll see. They definitely have weed on hand to chill out in case someone makes them rage. They have weed nearby. Yeah, I was they probably have something like that. Make it akin to Wild Shaper Rage. Yeah, exactly. Wolfman Devil made a deal with the Wolfman Devilman to retain full control during transformation. And that's kind of it. I don't know. I think there are stats for wolfing out already. I think you're right. I think spellcasting is amplified somehow during this transformation. Increased phys stats, etc. And yeah, these guys are like, I guess that basically covers it. They, like, made a deal with this wolf devil, and they just, their end of the bargain is that they do work for this guy, and as a result, they get this wolf form as a tool, not as a curse. If they die, do they return to their human form or die a floofy boy? So, afflicted, people who aren't born to werewolf parents, they will revert to their original form. True werewolves, they will stay in whatever form they're at, because both their human form and their wolf form are true forms. Maybe it buffs spell power, but nerfs mentals? That could be. They could all be like... They could all be like charisma casters, but lose wisdom and intelligence. And probably dexterity, and they gain, like, strength, constitution, and charisma. Alright, I like what we're doing here. I like what we got. Let me say that here. That'll be specifically for the Wolfman, Devilman dudes. Plus stir, con, Ka minus int quiz dex. Cast off wisdom, then they lose into. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So you could have like a wizard werewolf that like goes deep in the intelligence and loses the other stats. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe what do you call that? Like trade-off instead. And they like pick one fizz and mental. Wolves usually have higher whiz, so maybe a later comment. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think maybe we'll go with the trade-off thing instead of making it perfectly balanced. Here, let's just yeah, so pick one fizz mental. Others drop. And then alternatively, I'll just keep both ideas here. Maybe they change the casting stat. Yeah, that could be. It could also like depend on the clan. Reality is I'm just gonna pick one of these when I run into a guy, and depending on the clan, and that'll just be what I stick with from then on. I'm just gonna roll the mental die. So, dang, not bad, guys. Thanks for helping with that. That's a good chunk of lore. I'll have to put that in my notes later. So yeah, they run into the Hellhounds. I think what it's going to be is they run into Hellhounds day one, and then they run into, like I'm thinking Ludwig hulks out and, like, dives out of the boat the next night, or, like runs out of camp mid-Hulk out, and, like, goes and chases them down the second night, like, after like, a partial transformation the first night. And yeah. Second day, they will have met the cleric. Maybe they're camping with the cleric, yeah. I got a little distracted by comments. I'm sorry. Any physical descriptions that differ the various ways they gain their lycanthropy. Yeah. Like demon wolves have red glowy eyes. Yeah, I think their eyes will be on fire, given what we talked about earlier. Like, Wolfman devil worshippers will just have their eyes on fire. Maybe, like, their fur will be charred, or, like, they'll have charred tipped tails or something. Slightly more, you know. Maybe they'll have, like, the holy symbol of the devil, of that devil, like, burned on into their fur somewhere. Like, singed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about that. Sounds good to me. I think this guy is a worshipper of... I think he's a lycanthrope cleric. Yeah. Worshipper of the moon, probably. This guy is trying to chase down and find this other werewolf to, like, get information, stop him, kind of, like, align their goals. Maybe pop Prince appear charged if the party typically does tracking stuff. They sure do. They're pretty good at it, so that's a good idea. They definitely are easy to track. Yeah, it's been snowy in the area lately, so, like, there will well, yeah. So it'll be like snow's melted through, and, like, the ground underneath is, like, charred. So enemy Mephit, yeah. Boat encounter. This is gonna be the follow-up to the Explicitica encounter. They'll be, like, zipping around the boat, I think. I think that's what I want. I think that's what I want. So let's look up the methods. Underwater wolf boys. That was the ice wolf. There was a bit of lore about them swimming through the ice and snow like a fish through water. Mephits are trying to be cool guys, and it ain't working. Let's look at the air Mephits. That's the one it rolled. So we have a character who is air elemental sorcerer. And he's like, I won't talk about that. I don't want to put up spoiler hand again, but he's like got air in his blood in the not kill you kind of way. Something about an air elemental in his lineage. So let's see, what time is it? I might run upstairs for another quick break. We all have air in our blood, though? We do. It's true. We have some. Air Mephits are capricious and flighty relatives of their kin. They are as likely to fly blindly into battle as they are to whine in terror at a loud noise. All right. They're pale blue in coloration and have thin wings that trail small puffs of vapor as they fly through the skies. I wish there was... Is there a picture of any of the Mephits? Tell Mike he's a bitch for leaving me and that I love him. Then you can wolf out. Mike, how dare you leave Dallas? How dare you? Oh, there's a Mephit. Okay. They look like imps, but color-coded, yeah. And there are, like, chaotic neutral? Just neutral. All of them? Yeah. Okay. 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 Huh. They're servants of elemental lords. Okay. Okay. Elemental scamps, they are bipedal creatures with bat-like wings who serve stronger elementals on the elemental planes, or neophyte spellcasters who summon them to the material plane. Right, they have a breath weapon too. Okay. 15-foot cone, 2d6 slashing. DC 17 basic reflex save. Mephits are favorite target for low-level spellcasters to summon. So we've got some summoning stuff, we've got some elemental lord stuff. They were summoned while having coffee. Others that rise from the mixing of elemental energies exist as well. Creatures like dust Mephits. Breathe out a scouring cloud of grit. Ice Mephits. Okay. Yeah. Magma Mephits. Rude. Ooze Mephits? Okay. Dust Mephits probably cough a lot. Yeah, so I think... I don't think I'm going to tie this into too much. I'm just going to let this be a random encounter. Mephits be Mephits, yeah. I think they're just here to fuck around with people. And if they want to look into it more than that, they sure can, but I think maybe, like, they're ice mephits, and they come by and they, like, maybe freeze the fjords in front of them. How chill are they with murder, the mephits? I don't think it's probably a goal, but I think they're okay with it as an accidental consequence of, say, freezing a boat in the fjord and letting it sit. Potentially capsizing it and such. Gust of wind and blur, alright. Alright, so this we should somewhat build. Let's do that above. So let's go find a map. Okay, they're like Fae then. Yeah, that's kind of how I picture them. They're like elemental sprites who delight in trickery. If they're not on a specific mission, they're not like chaotic. So, well, I mean, they can be, I guess. They're not necessarily tied to being neutral. 12 with fast healing 2 in open air. Okay. So yeah, I don't think they're necessarily conjured. That's alright. Some apathetic methods, yeah. Alright, let's look. I have a buttload of maps, man. Lake. What do we, oh, that's not the right one. Let's see, let's try this. Centipede Lake, that's what I want. Realistically, I just need like a water. I came here to mess with you because pain is the only emotion I feel, man. Let's see, my library? No. Premium assets. Quick encounters. I don't think I have. Oh, well, let's see. Hold on, ships. I just want water. Water background. Okay, this is gonna look really kind of ugly tiled, I think, but I have ships. This is just like a quick encounters pack for like boat combat. What have I done? I need to go all the way to the other end. Create new page. Now I need to go down to this end. But yeah, I actually have an abundance of boats. Let's go to the background. Oops, not what I want. This is gonna be probably a little ugly all tiled up, but maybe it'll just be, if it's unnoticeable enough, I don't care. That's a mistake. Oh no. Okay. We'll do that. Copy, paste. And I think this will be all we need, really. Oh, that's weird. A bunch of them got, like, stacked up. Maybe your oceans are squared? Just make your own map and it won't look weird, that's fair. Where'd it go? It's over here, isn't it? All the way at the end? Yep. Let's move it closer. I have too many of these. I need to retire some of these maps. And get rid of the wolf encounters. Those are dunzo. Page settings. Let's do 24 by 24. Background is white, that's fine. Grid's fine. Pathfinder, yep. Cell width, opacity, yep. All good. Don't need fog of war here. Boat that's I guess that'll work. Small galley ship. That's got too many oars, really. But so this is like it's gonna be a ferry that is bigger than a rowboat, but like smaller than something that goes on the ocean. So oh, riverboat. What do you know? Deck. This'll do. That is too small. Let's see, is that right? That's right. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's fine. What they need is a warship. Certainly. It's certainly what they need. It's certainly what they would like, that's for sure. Okay, so... let's see if we got a method. I'm kind of guessing not. Yeah. All right. Premium assets. We haven't gotten one in a while. Let's go ahead. I don't think I can dox myself here. Let's just... all right, hold on. We'll just to be safe. No dox, please. Fine out. GM, let them have a battleship. It won't take up the entire map, I promise. They can get a battleship. They probably have enough to almost start paying for one. I gave them a ton of gold last time. Oh god, that's one thing I forgot to recap. I put the Fate of Gold in their hand, and I had them roll like 3d6 times 100 for gold. And they rolled 600, 600, 500, or something like that. No, they rolled 600, 600, 300. So they rolled really well on the gold. They rolled an identical amount on silver, and so they're pretty flush right now. Not 666. That would have been frightening, really. I would have been alarmed. Processing. Goodness. All right. Ugh. It's taken a while. Did it take this long last time? All because I need methods. So, chat, those of you who are present, what do you think of my previous idea of composing like D&D music on stream? Would that be something anyone's interested in watching? Or would that be kind of snooze fest for those present? Oosh, this is taking so long. Let's close it and try again so I can get double billed. Not sure? That's fair. Oh, I owned it. All right, I own it now. Got it. It was just delaying. Never heard D&D music before? That's fair. If I had a SoundCloud command, I would tell you to use it. But I do not. Okay, let's try this again. When you say compose, you make your own music? Yeah, I do a bit. I do more playing around than actual composing for what I would like. But yeah, let me just, I'll put a link so you can hear. At your leisure. I'm not going to play it or anything, because I feel like I would freak out. Library? Whoa. Who's rolling? Solus! Alright, my player's just fiddling with his stats, looks like. This one. Here. You are welcome to check this out if you want. Don't listen to the song called Broomstrade, because it's bad. It's legit bad. I need to fix it up. So, we got the methods now. I think we're gonna do the ice methods, not on the map layer. That was almost a disaster. Creeping on this stuff. Oh, come on. Give me this. Okay. Ice. Wow, that's small. I'm zoomed out, aren't I? Maybe I want it... Like, I want him this sized. He does not take a lot of that square. Mephit won't move away from the boat no matter how far you move. He's so small. How big are they? Small. That's fair. That's fine. That's good enough. So we'll have a couple of these pop up. Maybe I'll move these to the GM layer, huh? Yeah, we'll have some number of them, probably more than that. They're like level 1 creatures, so... right? And the players are level 4. So there's a lot of, there's a lot of room for more Mephits. Like, there's a lot of experience allotment available there. So maybe I'll, like, partner them with a stronger elemental, but they're already... yeah. Template them? Yeah. True. It wouldn't be too hard to make a couple of them just leveled up. There's, like, guidelines to do that and everything. Okay. Such a distracting noise. So we've got this map. Oh, there's a break in that, like, tiles. No good, no good. Okay, fixed. I didn't even notice that. Maybe a mutated method? That could be. Okay. So we've got this map. Let's do... Random Battle Swamp. We already used that one. Recently? Let's archive this. I need to check out the templates. I don't think I've looked at them, like, at all. 3 Grave Road. Okay. Let's look at this. What is this? I need maps for... This could work. I mean, I'd get rid of literally all of this other stuff. Avatar of Slaughter. Let's just dump these. Don't need any of these. Where are those? This could be an acceptable place to run into the werewolf cleric boy. I think I'm gonna do that. many, let's back this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can be 7 tiles thinner. Will they find mephits and werewolves around the same time? No, they're almost a week apart, really. I lost count. 7. What was it at? Yeah, 15. Nice, look at that. Look at that handsome map. No, it won't be the same area. They'll be, like, really down fjord when they run into the mephits. Hopefully this doesn't break Roll20, having a dash. Oops, sorry. Permit to their king. That's alright. Yeah, it's Nightbot is zealous. That's like one of the only filters I left on because I've definitely gotten curious links in the past that have turned out to be not so great. Okay, Book of Monster Templates. Okay, PFRPG. Does this work for a 2nd edition? Sorry, when did this come out? I suppose, like, you know, the guidelines could be good enough. Okay, I see. I think I might... Do I have this book? I might have this book. Can have you edit it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, the most useful thing is definitely, like, abilities and bonuses and things, which won't take much... Won't take much to port. Ironically, like, stats and stuff it's the most annoying part, but still not too bad. Freeport Bestiary. Okay. I might have this book, TBH, in a PDF somewhere. Let's favorite this. Pathfinder. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for that link. I will check it out. I don't know if I'll have too much time to look through it before tomorrow. Which one might suggest is a downside of doing the prep stream the day before the campaign, but oh well. Let's see. So we got that. Yeah, right. We were making maps for this. So let's look up. Let's just see. Werewolf. Wow, not what I was looking for, but all right. Garo. Those don't look like were-rats. Those just look like rats. Werebear? Wereboar. Oh. Oh, is it spelled wrong? Dancing lights and foreboding places sounds nice. Nice, thank you. I'm glad. Glad you like it. Dead lichen. Oh, oof. Very dead. Yikes. We'll probably go with this guy. We want one wearing some clothes. Use werewolf bouncer? Where was that? Werewolf? Oh yeah, this one. It's pretty good. What's, is it foreboding that I misspelled? Is that? No. What did I misspell? Bouncer is the best one. If it wasn't tonally, mismatched, I would take it. I like the direwolf, too. Foreboding? Really? Did I? Oh, I did. That's not the way it is in the file. That's my bad. Wow, that's embarrassing. Why are you stretched? Oh, that's fine. So he'll be here. He'll have some hellhounds with him, and Probably a, like, oh, come on. I don't have a hellhound? Let's try this. I don't. I do like Devon Knight's stuff. And I don't mind getting a second pack. Let's look down here. What's up with it, King? Oh, cool. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm pretty confident in exactly one of my songs, and the other ones are fine. Let's do tokens. Let's see if the web has anything for free. That works. I don't... That's not really what I'm looking for, guys. Okay. Not so much this time. I dig this, but it's not what we're looking for. But I want it. What set does this come in? That one seems to be popular. These are pretty good, man. Dr. West. Oh, this is a freaking Cthulhu set. I didn't even realize. I'm still gonna favorite it. Oh, BS. I don't have a wish list. Fine, maybe I don't. Okay, that's fine. That is not a Hellhound. That's a Cerberus. Yes, I don't have a wish list. I don't have a wish list. It's a good idea. Centaur? It's questionable Centaur. I like all the other ones, though. Formian? Electrum? Beetle? Betel? Betel, huh? Hippogriff? These are nice. I like these. All right. Barghest, yeah. Barghest. Link Doggo. There's that land. Okay. All right. Oh. All right, I'll sit here for 45 seconds again while we wait for it to process and not process. Goblin dogs, oh yeah. Everyone's afraid of the goblin dogs in my campaign. Pet goblin dog? The goblin is the most afraid of the goblin dogs. Out of everyone, like, he's not into them. Maybe he'll tame his fear in a goblin dog at the same time. Alright, let's try this again. Alright. It processes right away. It just doesn't, like, let me see it right away. That can be the best part of roleplays. Yeah, that's true. I do agree with that. I just don't know if they'll abandon the meme, you know? The meme of, like, the goblin dogs being the scariest, most terrible, like, enemies there is. So I think the deal with this guy is perhaps that he has captured some people, some villagers, and has, like, chained them to these rocks. And he's going to, like, try to convert them, or he has already converted them, and he's trying to... He's already converted them to a lycanthrope physically, and wants to convert them to see the light of his demonic lord. Second. So even though the goblin dog is superior, I'm sure one can be tamed. It's true. If you can tame a dragon, you can tame most things. Except zebras, I hear. I hear zebras are very hard to domesticate. What's the demon lord's name? I am not sure yet. I know what his title is, as discussed previously. I don't know what his name will be. That's a good question. I don't think they're going to discover the name here. And I might let them pick one. Zanjuthon. Nibbles. Rex. These are all great names. Villager. Uwu? Definitely not Uwu. Benny. Humanoid monsters. These are not humans. How is it so hard to find villagers? Why do I always struggle with this? Human... peasant. Yeah, sure. I know I have some. Farmer. I just need generic people. Demon lords are so menacing. Well, he probably won't give his real name to begin with. That's probably true. Okay. Just looking through the premium assets. And his fake name could be Wolf Growling. Faster casters, those are spell effects. Generic dungeons. Dungeon blanks, dungeon elements, inns and taverns. Does this have people? I don't think so. Yeah. I have a, yeah, he's got like a title. I don't think that's his name. Because it's pretty, like, if your name is made of just 3 words. What am I doing looking through this? This is not going to have people either. How do I always, like, lose these? Maybe I do free ones. Hold on. I don't think he cares that much to have a name. Probably. I think he's been given one. Like, by other people. But, let's see. Where are these? Empty, apparently. Characters? Who's the Mama Fire? Good question. This could work. This'll work. Some of this will work. Ranger? Sure. Woman? That works. Knight? Sure. Alright. 1 sec. Sorry. Devil Nephew. Papa Demon. So let's go. This... Why are these all squished? These are not standardized sizes, Roll20. Dude. Sorry. This whole... We're getting this whole family tree down. I bet his Azada girlfriend finds him very hot. Seriously, I don't know why these are squished. Like, these are the ones that come with Roll20, so I don't get it. That one's okay. Jeez. Sorry. Let's get a dwarf in there. I know I said let's get a dwarf in there and then immediately clicked not a dwarf, but the song right now is weird. It's a little weird. It's kind of like an ambient electronic album, and I like most of the songs. I even like this one. I'm just, you know, more, I don't know. This is definitely weirder. I do agree. It has some rhythm. I might have it turned down too low. It's also pretty quiet. Let me bump it up just a little. Let me know if this becomes too loud on later songs. It's not completely arrhythmic, but like it's definitely not too concerned with consistency. Okay, so this is this. And I think we'll find like a generic forest map for them to find hellhounds on the previous night. I'm thinking the sequence of events is they run into the hellhounds. They run into the cleric who shows up late, was following the hellhounds back to their master, and then they like travel with the cleric to find the werewolf. And in the middle of this, Ludwig is going to also be, you know, doing his own Hulk out. There's a pattern, it's just eluded. Yeah, exactly. It's like, a lot of the weird sounds are emphasizing the same-ish beats and, like, doing triplets on them and, like, quadruplets. It's just, like, they're missing a lot. It's not happening on every bar. But, like, these patterns are still starting on, like, the 2 or, like, the 3. And, yeah. They're just in odd enough rhythms that it kind of throws you off. I've got it. Woofers. But, like, because he's from the underworld, not back from the underworld. Subwoofers. I like it. I like it. I don't have anything else to say. I like it. If I might just do the old trick of I'm going to grab this map. I'm going to, like, delete everything off of it, and I'm just going to spin it. Now, this is a pretty recognizable map, man. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we're not going to need this. If song hits 1 2 1 2, the song would be, oh yeah, extra spaces don't translate. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I think Twitch trims extra white space. So let's spin you. Is there a just rotate 20? Flip vertical helps a lot. That helps a lot. Oh, I was doing it. Okay, never mind. That's fine. Tokens. Let's do tree. How do these look? Blow them up a bit. They're okay in here. They're a little straight. They're a little flat. I'm not going to try to dress it up too much. I think this is good. Like I said, this is mostly going to present as a random encounter. There's already like stumps and stuff here, so let's just do a fire. Method of fire, right, right. Fire pit. I just want a campfire. Yo. I'm so picky. I'm sorry. Campfire. There we go. There we go. That is large. Why is that so large by default? I just mean like the main border is like much. It could have been here. Like it could have been this border. It's fine. Oh, rip goblin homes. Oh, I guess they're not rip. They just look a little destroyed in that preview to me. Grab some of the. Yeah, grab some of these. Sure. Bloodprints. Okay, let's see. We're just gonna do 2 fancy tents and we'll call that good. Sorry to move the map. So I imagine Eva has one. I imagine Marius has one. And we'll just... That's good enough. That's good enough. Okay. And then get those hellhounds in here. Not on the map layer, obviously. Cursed Lord. CR2? CR plus 2. Oh, that's a template? That's cool. That's cool. All right. Oh no, Windows updates. Yeah. All right. Cursed lords gain dominion over their lands through evil deeds that result in powerful curses that trap them within their realms. Huh. They have all the abilities of dreadlords with the following additions and adjustments. Okay, that's cool. I really like that. I really like that. I could definitely use that. And that's definitely something that would happen in this setting of just like someone desperate for followers, so they like blight a certain section of land that becomes their domain, and like they just can't leave, and they have power in that domain, but if they leave they like die or like lose their power or just become mortals or something. Just more and more spins on this divinity stuff that a lot of the campaign is around so far. Although when we get back to town, I think we're gonna get back into like the politics of the world a bit. That'll be fun to talk about and set up. I think that'll be good. The devil might have cursed the wolf to take over this area. I don't think so in this case, because the head guy, needs to be active in like the northeast, like pretty far from here, like the main guy. Because if he has another wolf nearby, they might kill each other. Aww. I do like that idea in general. I don't think I'm gonna go with it here. Just because if they're trying to, their whole thing so far has been like they're trying to raise an army, not an army, but they're trying to raise more lycanthropes. And like the main one is off on the other side of the map. Insert putting a convention center nearby. I'm stuck furry joke. Okay. What a good portrait. I like a lot of this art. This is a good hellhound. Damn. She got that hellhound. It was hidden. It's alright. I'm gonna favorite this one too. Aw, man, I like the hellhound and like none of the other ones are fine. Not really up my alley. Cultist? He's a good cultist though. Direwolf, sure. I already have like 3 direwolves. What about the Mephits? What are they, where are they, and how are they acting? My mind is erratic. Yeah, so their whole thing, I think... We can go look at them again quick. I think we're done here with the wolves. Their whole thing is going to be... They're ambushing the players, like, up... Like, here? Somewhere? Probably in, like, one of these like, channels. I think they're going to, like, freeze it over. Just cause a bunch of heck. For the players and their boat. And I'm not super sure why yet, other than they're just, like... They probably have something to gain from it, other than just being tricky. They might literally just be like, yo, we don't like this air elemental. Not like any of the whole life story, just enough to look through some templated stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think the running thing I'm going to go with right now is that they're going to like smell or sense the player character air sorcerer, and they're going to be like, ugh, this air elemental guy. They're going to show up. They're going to be like, you're not an air elemental. What's going on here? Like, you're one of those weird, like, mortal hybrids. That's not a fan. And then they're just going to be like, you stay there, and just freeze. Drunk as a template. That's great. And they're just going to freeze the channel and be like, nah, man. Nah, man, we're playing up here. You don't come into our little fjord. And that is the extremely condensed version of that. It's just going to be random encounter stuff. Like, there will probably be some kind of negotiation there. There will be some chance for role-playing and going back and forth. And then otherwise the methods are just kind of going to be jerks. And if I don't forget, I'm probably going to have it, like, kind of affect the sorcerer again, causes, like, scalp to itch or something. It's kind of, you know... Last time he got, like, really disoriented when there was a powerful elemental character nearby, like, right in the first session. So I want to call back to that, follow that up, keep building on that, because I've been neglecting it, and I need to give that character more stuff. Yeah. And I might have that happen at one of the forts up here. So I think this is jumping ahead a bit, but I think one of the forts they will have been ransacked by the these like invading scouts. They'll have like come and taken out the trebuchets, and I think there will be some kind of like backup defensive weapon of some kind, like planted by the Emperor in one of them. That might like react to elemental energy or something, but this is all still... We'll probably talk about that next time, you know. Next week, if we actually manage to play this week. I'm like still shell-shocked from having so many sessions canceled over December that like hopefully I'm just like hopefully we can play a couple weeks in a row. Just 2 or 3, please. That'd be great. That'd be wonderful. This has been so off and on. Anyway, so that was the end of that song. I think that's most of what I want to do tonight, I think. If anyone has questions or stuff they want to talk about before I head out, we can do that. Yeah, this is probably about where I'll add a stream marker. This is where we'll cut the VOD for the DM prep part. Grandmaster creature, CR +4. That's just like an extreme expert at something. The wise method, yeah, I like that. So yeah, if we have any lingering questions about this or about the encounters or the campaign or anything, let me know and we can go over those. Otherwise, I will find someone to raid in a minute.